55 companies from the S&P 500 reporting, including the major banks. What are your expectations for play this week in the markets?
Well, I think overall, unfortunately, we're going to see earnings disappoint on the top line quite a bit. I think that down 2.9% GDP came from somewhere, and I think it's going to start to play out. Although I think the more important earnings for this week is both Goldman Sachs and Intel. I think those two particular companies are going to set the tone for earnings. Unusually, Goldman Sachs, I'm really interested in their trading revenue, because if Goldman Sachs' trading revenue is down or even lower than expected, I think that's definitely a bad sign for the financials this week.
It's interesting to look at what happened to the trading performance in Thursday's market session. What we have seen is 6 consecutive week now of gains for gold. What are your thoughts on gold here? Is it a buy?
You know, I don't think that it is. Gold has been trading in a range of about $12.97 to about $13.40. I'm going to stand on my call that you're going to sell gold in that band and continue to sell gold until it breaks substantially below that 1,300 level, and then you could sort of lighten up the position and look for some of the gold bugs to come in. But, you know, we're definitely seeing that geopolitical tensions can spring up, at least from the financial markets perspective, what seems to be overnight. Obviously, these things don't develop overnight, but they pop into the news. Gold tends to pop from that. If there's any calming at all, you'll see that sell-off. Gold has to break out of that band at some point. I think fundamentally it's more likely that it breaks down out of that band. But if the Israeli tensions continue to rise, you're starting to hear talk about the Ukraine and Russia again, which seem to have calmed down from a financial markets perspective. So I think the concern there is that gold is more of a predictor of whether those situations are going to escalate all at once. And that also makes me more worried about the bull market than I've been probably since its inception.